A lot of Spurs mistakes. Greg Popovich is awful. Devin Vassell, you got to switch this, okay? And Zach Collins is up. You have help in the gaps right here. It's Duncan Robinson. He's not going to beat you off the dribble. So instead you do your stupid defense where you give up a 2-on-1, so Zach Collins is going to be late to recover. But when this happens, Devin Vassell's got to rotate to the ball and get down here in the gaps so that Zach Collins can play up. Well, that doesn't happen either. What is Jeremy Sochan doing in transition? You don't worry about the ball when it's across half court. Just get back. You're going towards the ball. Well-coached team. Stop giving up 2-on-1s. Get underneath and switch. Zach Collins can force Josh Richardson into help. You give up 2-on-1s, bam, it's just shoot around for Bam Adebayo. Look at how terrible Greg Popovich is as a coach. You got to switch this first screen, okay? It's guard to guard. Keldon Johnson, Malachi Branham. You're asking Malachi Branham to fight over the top of 2 ball screens. But now Bam Adebayo doesn't even have to set the screen because you're already beat because you were fighting over the top of the first screen. So now Zach Collins can't stand backside help because Bam Adebayo's already starting his role. So Drew Smith's in the lane. Wow. Man. Okay, the help for Victor Wembanyama's got to come from Zach Collins. He's got to get his right foot parallel to the block, left foot out wide stance back to the baseline. And Wembanyama's got to slide his feet right here. Keldon Johnson's got to stay back here with these Heat trailers. But where's Zach Collins going? I'm here. This is my help. So now Keldon Johnson got to come all the way down and help, and if you're Wembanyama here, stop. We're not making this bounce pass here. Have Keldon Johnson come off of a handoff. Then I can screen Jaime Jaquez. You're just floating this ball out there. Rotate to the ball if you're Cedi Osman. You don't guard like this. My back's immediately to the baseline, and I'm getting my right foot parallel to the block right here. Stop. Back to the baseline. I'm in the gaps. Okay, Greg Popovich is an awful basketball coach. He's out of a baseline, out of bounds. It's a simple down screen. Charles Bassey's got to get attached, arms out. So Duncan Robinson can't curl. You give Doug McDermott time to get over the screen. You don't do that. So pump fake, open 3. Bad coaching. Terrible. So the Spurs have no idea how to play defense. Poorly coached. Doug McDermott's got to get down here with his back to the sideline. I'm seeing ball. I'm seeing man. Okay? You're not seeing the ball ever here. Okay? But stop. Now you're seeing the ball. But you're only seeing the ball. You're not seeing Duncan Robinson, who now is going to be open. And this is an easy switch. Wembanyama is switching, but you can't talk or think about it. This is what you work on in practice, which the Spurs apparently don't do much. Devin Vassell's immediately underneath on this switch, okay? But you're talking, you're thinking, whoops, 2 go to the ball, no one goes to Jimmy Butler. The Spurs mistakes. So this ball gets dropped into the post here with Jimmy Butler. Stop. Keldon Johnson has to cut through with Josh Richardson with his back to the baseline, so he's seeing ball, he's seeing man. That doesn't happen. Greg Popovich is terrible. Stop. Victor Wembanyama's got to get over here now. We're not leaving Jeremy Sochan on an island. It's an easy rotation. Zach Collins is up. Victor Wembanyama just comes back here. That's it. Okay? But you leave Sochan on an island, and yeah. The Spurs switch, it's a terrible switch because Zach Collins should be up on the switch and Jeremy Sochan's got to get underneath. But what is Keldon Johnson doing standing in the absolute middle of nowhere? Victor Wembanyama's right here in the gaps right here. You need to sprint over here so Wembanyama can get up. You standing in the... Stop! You got to be sprinting and Wembanyama's up. But everyone's standing around in the middle of nowhere. So Jaquez can just pump fake, get right in the lane, draw help back to Butler. You got to communicate and transition. How do we have 4 Spurs players standing in the middle of nowhere? Sochan's got to communicate. I'm taking the ball. Zach Collins going to take Bam Adebayo. So Wembanyama knows or Keldon Johnson knows to come here. There's no communication. There's no coaching. There's nothing. This is awful transition defense. You're Jeremy Sochan. I'm either coming right over here now so Zach Collins can play up, okay, or I'm going to communicate that I'm going to take Adebayo so Zach Collins can get over. But then you have 2 people now going over to Duncan Robinson. There's no communication. So now Bam Adebayo's able to get it right in the lane. By the way, Devin Vassell needs to get here in the gaps. He's not. So now he's coming towards the ball on the kick-out pass. Drew Smith for 3. So Devin Vassell's late to get out. Jaime Jaquez can pump and go in the lane. Keldon Johnson's going to step up and help here. So Victor Wembanyama's got to get wide. Cedi Osman's got to get wide. We don't need... Look, you have 4 Spurs players in the paint. So So the Spurs switch, thank God. If Keldon Johnson is coming to double, you must rotate. Okay, stop. Okay, Victor Wembanyama, we don't need Victor Wembanyama in the paint right now. Okay, he's got to be up to Duncan Robinson right here because this is the rotation. And then you're going to rotate here and Keldon Johnson goes here. But it's the Spurs, so not one person rotates. This is an overhelp by Wembanyama. The ball gets thrown in the post. You need to rotate to stop. Rotating to the ball means I'm here, okay? I'm in the gaps. Jimmy Butler has no place to go, okay? But I can stunt. I can recover. See, Wembanyama's, you're moving towards the ball on the pass out. You have no way of getting out now. Pump fake in the lane. Kevin Love for 2. And you're running drop coverage for no reason. This is a simple switch. Cedi Osman here. Victor Wembanyama up on Jaquez, you have gap help right here. Instead, you run drop coverage. So you're asking Wembanyama to drop and then get out on a pick and pop. Not going to happen. This is a complete joke. The Spurs are a comedy show. You have to switch right here. Underneath, Zach Collins is up. I'll have help here. I'll have help here on the switch. Okay? Instead, you're giving up a 2-on-1. So Bam Adebayo can just be open whenever he wants to. Just set a screen. You'll be wide open. It's the Spurs. It's just, what is there to say? You're giving, instead of just switching, okay, with help right here, you're giving up a 2-on-1. Greg Popovich having a job is unbelievable to me. First of all, you got to sprint back if you're Malachi Branham. You're jogging. Let's get back in transition. Stop jogging. Stop. And you're taking, so I'm sprinting. I'm here with my back to the baseline. I'm seeing ball. I'm seeing man. Okay, and I'm ready to guard Duncan Robinson. See, you're coming this way as Duncan Robinson's about to come off a handoff. So Doug McDermott on this closeout stops. Zach Collins should be rotating to the ball. Doug McDermott should be forcing Duncan Robinson here, but you don't. Okay, stop. So now Jeremy Sohan's got to step up and help. Cedi Osman has to help the helper, or this is a dunk, right? So Devin Vassell's got to get wide because he has to rotate to the corner here. But Devin Vassell just, it's the Spurs, so, yeah. Okay, so the Spurs are in their terrible drop coverage where they give up 2-on-1s. But why is Jeremy Sohan in the paint? Get out. You're standing in the middle of nowhere. The ball screen's coming. If you would have backside help, I doubt the Spurs would do that, but the backside help comes from right here. Why is Jeremy Sohan in the paint? Get up. Sprint up. Why? And what are you stopping for? Again, bad turnover by Wembanyama, but stop. If you're Jeremy Sohan, just get back. Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell. Jeremy Sohan is going towards the ball. Get back. You're gambling. Very simple. You have a cross screen. This is the most simple action ever. Zach Collins gets detached, and as Jimmy Butler comes through, you're jamming him as he comes through, so Sohan can get on the other side. You don't do that, so you give up an easy 2. Well-coached team, really. That's real well-coached. Problem when you don't switch. Look at Devin Vassell's eyes right here. If you're switching, there's nothing to worry about. But look at Devin Vassell's eyes. He's not paying attention to the ball right here, okay? His only focus should be guarding Duncan Robinson. If Duncan Robinson comes off the screen, it's a simple switch. But you're waiting for a screen right here. That's why Duncan Robinson's going to blow by you the other way, collapse 100 Spurs defenders, and open 3. Okay, so Devin Vassell is guarding exactly how you can't guard with your back to the ball. Your back's got to be to the baseline. I'm seeing ball, I'm seeing man. So because you're guarding like this, okay, now I'm off balance. So Josh Richardson's going to have me beat before I even come off this handoff. Of course, this has to be a switch now. Devin Vassell has no chance of getting over the top. Right? Switch. The Spurs don't do that either. Pretty unbelievable, to be honest, to watch this.